morning once again, our dear learners. I'm glad that you're meeting for the second time. But before we start our lesson, remember to wash your hands or sanitize them. Stay safe and remain clean. Last time we looked at finding volume of irregular objects. And when we review our work, we said when is that method used? When finding volume of an irregular object. And we said irregular objects are those objects without a definite shape. I left an activity behind. Let us try to go through very fast. Activity number 1. The question, as it were, you have the question. Part A, the method used, that is the displacement method. Then another question was saying, when is the above method used? The answer is when finding volume of an irregular object. Then part C of that question, what is the volume of the stone? Your answer is supposed to be 15 cubic centimeters. That was activity number 1. Try to mark yourself, cross-check the answers you're having. We go to activity number 2. We had a measuring cylinder having this first level and the second level. So when you subtract, original level was 15, find second level was 30. So when you subtract 30 minus 15 cubic centimeters, we get 15 cubic centimeters. So your answer there was supposed to be 15 cubic centimeters. And the container used was a measuring cylinder. That was the activity for last time. Try to cross-check and see the answers you're having. Today, we are looking at another subtopic, and that is finding density and mass. Today, our subtopic, we are going to look at finding density and the mass of an object. Subtopic today, finding density and mass of an object. We have these two key words. We remind ourselves, we have density, we need to know what density is, and we have mass. We start with the density. When you look at density, density is the mass of an object per unit volume. So this one can be defined as mass of an object per unit volume. So that's already the definition for density. Density is the mass of an object per unit volume. Or you can say is the ratio of mass to volume of an object. Now we go to mass. If we remind ourselves, our first topic is measurement. What is mass? Mass is the quantity of matter contained in an object. Quantity, or you can say amount of matter contained in an object. Let us read the definition for mass. Mass is the quantity or amount of matter contained in an object. Now we are going to look at a little bit of calculation. If I want to get a density, how do I go about it? If I want to get a mass, how do I go about it? So we go to calculations. We start with finding density of an object. So that is our first part of the lesson. Now we are going to go back to the definition. How do we define density? Density is the mass of an object per. When we visit our mathematics, per means you're going to divide somewhere. So you have mass of an object per unit volume. So our density will be equal to mass of an object per, we are going to divide unit volume. How do you get a formula for finding density, learners? Density is equal to mass divided by volume. We go back to our definition. Mass of an object per. So per in our mathematics means division. So we get a formula from this definition. Density will be equal to mass divided by volume. Example. Examples. An object has a mass of, number 1, has a mass of 24 grams and the volume of 8 cubic centimeters. Find its density. Let us look at our example number 1. Dear learners, we read together. An object has a mass of 24 grams and the volume 8 cubic centimeter. Find its density. Remind yourself, how do we get density? Density will be equal to mass divided by volume. Back to the question, what is the mass given? Mass given is 24 grams. So you substitute, which will be equal to 24 grams. What is the volume given? 8 cubic centimeters. So we go back, we revisit our multiples. We have 24 divided by 8. What do we get? You have a few seconds to get the answer. 24 divided by 8. There, our answer is 3. Look at the units. Remember, we say per, so we're having grams, and from your mathematics, per is represented by that bar. Then cubic centimeter. That will be the density of an object. I'm giving you 1 minute. Have a look at the steps. That is our example number 1. Make sure your work is organized. We go to example number 2. Find the density of an object whose is 16 grams, and in volume 4 cubic centimeters. That is our activity number 2. Have a look at the question. It says, find the density of an object whose mass is 16 grams and the volume 4 cubic centimeters. What are they looking for? They are looking for density. What is given? We have the mass and we have the volume. Ask yourself, how do you get density? Density will be equal to mass of an object divided by the volume. Back to the question, what is the mass given? 16 grams. Where there is mass, put 16 grams. So here we are having 16 grams. Where there is volume, put the volume given, which is 4 cubic centimeters. We review our multiples. What is 16 divided by 4? I'm giving you a few seconds to get the answer. 16 divided by 4. So our answer is 4. Don't forget the units. We have grams. This one means per. So we have grams per cubic centimeter. Have a look at the 2 examples. So what you have to do is to check for the keywords in the question. What are they looking for? Keep on. So you may summarize or then make sure your work is organized. Have a look at our example number 1. Follow the steps given. We have example number 2. Giving you 1 minute for the steps. Okay. So remember, we are finding density. We are finished looking at finding density. Now we go to another simple subtopic, finding mass of an object. So remind ourselves. Okay, still we are going to find the mass of an object. But before, I want to give you time to get the formula yourself. We remind ourselves, how do we get density? Density, we had mass divided by volume. Still, we can use this formula to get mass. So, giving you 1 second, think of the formula before I give it to you. Have you got the formula? So, our mass will be equal to density times volume. From your simple mathematics, just make mass the subject. It's going to be density times volume. So have a look at the formula. Mass is got by multiplying the density times the volume. Okay, we have a look at some examples. Find the mass of the brick, number one. Find the mass of the brick whose density is 5 grams per cubic centimeter, and volume 10 cubic centimeter. Let us read the question together. Find the mass of the brick whose density is 5 grams per cubic centimeter and volume 10 cubic centimeter. Now look at the question. What is given? They have given us density, they have given us volume, and they want mass. So from our formula, mass will be equal to density times volume. So step number 2, we substitute. Where there is density, put the density given. Where there is volume, put the volume given. So our density, so our mass here, mass will be equal to, the density given is 5 grams. Per means divide out of. Then times what is the volume given? 10 cubic centimeters. Now, have a look at that step, because we want to see what are the units for mass. Have a look at that step. 5 grams per cubic centimeter, then times 10 cubic centimeter. What are the common units? That is cubic centimeter. So this cubic centimeter will cancel with this cubic centimeter. What are the units? What units are we remaining with? Grams. So our next step will be equal to 5 times 10, we get 50. And what are the units that we have remained with? Grams. So we say, therefore, the mass of the brick is 50 grams. We have grams. Don't forget the units. For you to get the mass, this number is always for 2 marks. For you to get the 2 marks, make sure you have the correct units. Correct formula, correct substitution, correct units. I'm giving you 1 minute, few seconds, have a look at the steps. Look at the formula. Check the way we have substituted. Check the way we are getting the units. So have a look at the steps. Okay, example number 2. Calculate the mass of the stone. Mass of the stone whose density is 2 grams per cubic centimeter and volume is 20 cubic centimeter. Have a look at the question. Have a look at the question. So in the question, what are we looking for? We need the mass. What is given? Density is given, which is 2 grams per cubic centimeter. And the volume is also given, which is 20 cubic centimeter. Remember, how do we get mass? Mass will be got by multiplying the density times the volume. So we substitute. What is the density given? 2 grams per cubic centimeter times what is the volume given? 20 cubic centimeter. Now remember, we are seeing a common unit, that is cubic centimeter. So let us do away with the common units, cubic centimeter, cubic centi. So what are we remaining with? 2 grams times 20, what do we get? That is 40 grams. So therefore, the mass of the stone is 40 grams. Have a look at the steps and then take example number 2. Before I give you a number to try out as our example number 3. Check the steps, follow, make sure your work is organized. Okay, example number 3. This one you're going to try it out. The density of an object is 10 grams per cubic centimeter and its volume is 50 cubic centimeter. Find its mass. So I'm giving you time to try out example number 3. Follow the steps in example number 1 and still example number 2, and you try out number 3. Remember to have the correct formula, correct substitution, and the correct units at the end. Let me hope you've tried out example number 3. And make sure your answer is 500 grams. Try to check. That will be your answer. So we have the activity. Number 1, calculate the density of a stone whose mass is 30 grams and volume 2 find the mass of an object whose density is 5 grams per cubic centimeter. And the volume I'm leaving 2 numbers to try out. Then in the next lesson, we shall see which answers you have. Okay, we'll meet next time.